You may get a question in examination. Who is a composition dealer? And what is the name of the scheme? There, a composition dealer is registered under the composition scheme. Now, this scheme is a plain and straightforward GST scheme for taxpayers. That means he need not prepare so much of books of accounts. He need not comply with the legal obligations. Rules are very less for him. Okay, so compared to regular dealers, the rules are very not stringent. It is loose, we can say. It is, I think, for example, even if your classes are not, you will get the attendance or you will get the internal marks. You can attend the internal examination. The same thing for composition scheme. You need not maintain so much of books of accounts as per the GST Act compared to regular dealers. And this scheme is only for small taxpayers, and they can avoid time consuming GST paperwork by paying GST at a fixed rate of turnover. That means whatever is paying GST, it is only fixed. It doesn't change. It is fixed. Okay, depending on the turnover. That is, the turnover should be 1.5 crores. Below 1.5 crores, you have to pay a fixed rate of GST. And this is beneficial only for small taxpayers. And you need not maintain huge books of accounts here. Now, who is eligible for this? At any taxpayer with turnover less than 1.5 crores will be eligible for this scheme. And the CBIC, that means Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. This is a central body for the GST taxes, and they increased the limit from 1 crore to 1.5 crores the last 6 months back. So therefore, any person is or company or small trader or small business firm whose turnover is less than 1.5 crores is eligible to avail this scheme. And if that person or a company in the last 6 months back, they increase the turnover from 1 lakh to 1 crore to 1.5 crores here. Okay, so any companies, a small and medium-sized company with a turnover less than 1.5 can use this scheme here. And in case of northeastern states, it is 75 lakh per annum. Okay, it is only 75 lakhs per annum. But if it is other areas, is 1.5 crores, less than 1.5 crores per annum, you can avail the composition scheme. This is for the now. And I included added services also. In the last 6 months back, they are not include services, but they include no services also. So what they have done, addition, amendment, they have done it. A composition dealer may also provide services up to 10% of turnover or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher according to CGST Act, Amendment Act 2018. This was done in 3 years back here. So a dealer providing services may also avail this scheme. Okay, so whatever this 10% of turnover or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher, he can also join this scheme. Okay, this changes will take from 1st Feb 2019. And in addition to the 37 million GST Council suggested raising the cap for service providers on January 10, 2019, they said the services, they had increased the limit from 5 lakh or 10%, whichever is higher, to more than higher limit. So they have mentioned in that meeting, and nothing has been done for that. Okay, so to measure turnover, what is turnover? How do you calculate turnover? If we take all the companies the same name, register the same PAN number, we take all the companies, take the total turnover. The total turnover should not be more than 1.5 crores. It should be less than 1.5 crores. Then only you can avail this scheme. And the same PAN number. There are 10 different companies that but register the same PAN number. Then you take the total turnover of all the companies. It should be not more than 1.5 crores. It should be less than 1.5 crores. That you can avail this scheme. And as we have discussed now, the CBIC, the central administrative body, has announced the limit increase from 1 crore to 1.5 crores here. Now, who is not eligible to choose this scheme? To to this compulsion scheme. And the following persons are not eligible. Manufacturers of ice cream, okay, like Quality or so many ice creams brands are there. They are not eligible to register for the scheme, even the turnover is more less than 1.5 crores. Pan masala manufacturers, cigarette manufacturers like ITC, they're not eligible, and any individual who transport goods across the state line. That means if you transport the goods from one state to other state, that is interstate transactions, is not eligible to register for this scheme. And NRI, non-resident taxable persons or casual tax person, is not eligible to register for under the scheme. Okay, then business who sell the products via e-commerce platform, they're not eligible to register under the scheme, even the turnover is more less than 1.5 crores. Okay, suppose you are selling the products to e-commerce operator. Okay, your turnover is less than 10 lakh rupees. Okay, then you cannot register for this scheme because you are selling the products through e-commerce operator. These are the following persons who are not eligible to choose the compulsion scheme. One is ice cream manufacturers, pan masala manufacturers, cigarette manufacturers, and a person or a trader who does interstate transactions, one state to other state, NRI taxable persons, casual taxable persons. What is the casual taxable persons? Who does business only for some specific period, season. Okay, there is no fixed location for him. He will do a business during some period in some location, and in other location he do some business in other period here. It's called casual taxable persons here. And those businesses that sells products through e-commerce operator like Flipkart or Amazon, those business firms, those traders, those small business firms are not eligible to register under this compulsion scheme. Okay, please remember this is very important for examination point of view. We have short questions. Who are the persons not eligible for registration under compulsion scheme? Now, what are the requirements for using this scheme? What are the procedures you need to come across, you need to undergo to register this scheme? And a dealer who chooses this scheme, this compulsion scheme, is not eligible for input tax credit. Why? Because he has no power to collect GST taxes from the customers or from the suppliers. Therefore, is not eligible to avail input tax credit. Okay. So why? Because he cannot collect GST taxes from the customer. And this compulsion dealer will get a number, GST number, and that to mention the uh, dealer, whether it's a regular dealer or compulsion dealer. If it's a compulsion dealer, he has no power to collect taxes from the customers. But he has to pay fixed rate of taxes to the government. He cannot collect from the customers. Therefore, he is not eligible to collect input tax credit. Then, the second point. There are some items like alcohol, he cannot sell that items. And we are discussing about ice cream manufacturers, pan masala, NRI, casual taxable persons are not eligible to register under the scheme. So therefore, if a person you want to sell the alcohol, you want to register under this scheme, that is not allowed. Okay. Then transaction, the reverse charge mechanism requires the taxpayer to pay tax regular rates. Suppose if it is a reverse charge mechanism, he has to pay in taxes at the regular rates here. The reverse charge mechanism is, we'll discuss, already discussed in the last, before the vacation. What is the reverse charge mechanism? The recipient, the seller has to pay the tax, but it's a seller, recipient of the goods or services has to pay the tax. That's called reverse charge mechanism. Next, if a taxable person operates several businesses such as textiles, electronic, accessories, groceries, and the same PAN, they must either declare all of them individually or opt out of the scheme. That means if you have several business, different types of business sectors like textiles, electronics, under the same PAN, they should declare whether you have to declare whether all will come under this scheme or you have to opt out everything out of the scheme. That means either declare all of them individually or you have to or opt out of the scheme. And Notice or signboard must be displayed at the taxpayer place of business, and they should include whether it is regular or composition. If it is a composition, you have to say composition taxable individual in that invoice. In that invoice, actually the composition dealer has to give a bill of supply to the customers or suppliers. In that bill of supply that you mentioned is a composition dealer. It's not a regular dealer, composition dealer. Okay, and any bill of supply provided the taxpayer must include term composition taxable individual. Okay, a bill of supply is issued by a composition dealer to a customer, to a supplier. Next, they also include services. A producer or dealer can now provide services up to 10% of turnover or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Either 10% of the turnover or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Under the CGST Amendment Act 2018, and this changes will take from Feb 1st, 2019. So they include services also. Previously, they are not including service. Now they're including service sector also. But the condition is they can provide services up to 10% of turnover, yearly turnover, or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Now, what are the benefits? What are the advantages of using the scheme? Okay. What is the benefit I get by registering the scheme? If I use the scheme, the benefits are compliance is lower. That means we need not follow a lot of rules and regulations. Rules are very less. Regulations are very less. Returns, maintaining books of records, issuing invoices. This is not needed for him. That means you can maintain your own books. There is no statutory requirement. You can issue invoices as per your choice here. You can file returns, you have to pay, you have to file quarterly returns and yearly returns. That's all, not more than that. So books of record is not required to be maintained by him. That means compliances, that means you need not follow so much of rules and regulations for composition dealer. Next, tax liability is limited. That means you have to pay fixed rate of tax, not slab rate of taxes. Fixed rate of taxes. Okay. So there are some percentage are fixed for each people, for manufacturers, of for service providers, and for other people. They fixed. They maintain some fixed rate of percentage of taxes. You have to pay that fixed rate only. Since taxes are smaller, there is more liquidity. That means you need not pay huge amount of taxes like 5% or 12% or 18% or 24% or 28%. Only we have three different types of tax rates: 1% or 2% or 6%, not more than that. And because taxes are smaller, they'll have more liquidity, they have more money in the form of cash. That's called liquidity, more money in the form of cash because taxes are smaller, tax payments are very less. Now, what are the demerits of this scheme? What are drawbacks of this scheme? Now he can operate only within his own territory. He cannot exit for that. He cannot exit for that. He cannot go out of the one state to other state. He had to maintain. You have to do only local. You have to do only local business, not state to state business, not export business. Now interstate sales are prohibited, so he cannot sell goods to other states here. He can purchase it, not selling. He can purchase from other states. He can import the goods from other countries, but not sales. He cannot do any interstate sales transactions here. Okay. And the third one, very important, these dealers are not eligible to get input tax credit ITC. They are not eligible for this ITC. Okay. And there are some products which he cannot avail this scheme, like as tobacco and e-commerce goods purchased and sold under e-commerce network. It is not available to this composition dealers under the GST scheme. Okay, these are the demerits or disadvantages of composition scheme. The biggest demerit is he cannot avail ITC, and second is he cannot make sales to other states or to other countries here. This is very important, two important major points. There is drawback of the composition scheme. Now we'll discuss about who are unregistered dealers. Okay. And if a vendor, if a seller, vendor means seller or supplier, if it's not registered GST, is called unregistered dealer. Okay. Who will not register GST? If a regular dealer turnover is less than 20 lakhs per annum, 20 lakhs per annum in Telangana, and in not registered GST is called unregistered dealer, URD, unregistered dealer. Okay. Now, what happens if you transact with unregistered dealer? When a vendor or supplier or seller who is not registered for GST sells products to a registered dealer, the reverse charge is applicable. That means a registered dealer has to pay taxes on behalf of unregistered dealer. This is for if you do transaction with the unregistered dealer or vice versa. So this means instead of paying the GST to supplier, the recipient would have to pay directly to the government. Who's the recipient? Registered dealer. Okay. If an unregistered dealer sells goods to the registered dealer, the recipient has to pay the taxes on behalf of the unregistered. It's a reverse charge mechanism. The licensed dealer who is required to pay GST and reverse charge must self-invoice his or a transaction. He has to do his self-invoices. That means he has to invoice himself. As a registered dealer, he has to invoice himself and to pay tax to the government. Okay. The buyer must pay IGST on interstate sale. If he's a buyer, interstate dealer, he has to pay IGST, integrated goods and services taxes. If it's a reverse charge mechanism, RCM, he has to pay CGST and SGST within the state. It's the intra-state purchases. That means the registered dealer has to pay CGST, SGST if they RCM, reverse charge transactions under intrastate purchases. The interstate purchases or sales, you have to pay IGST. Okay, this is the if you transact with the unregistered dealer or vice versa. Okay, so what is RCM? If you sell your goods, you are a registered dealer. If you're selling goods to unregistered dealer, you have to pay tax on behalf of unregistered dealer or vice versa. That's called RCM, reverse charge mechanism. And if it is within the state, you have to pay CGST and SGST. Who will have to pay CGST and SGST? Registered dealer, not unregistered dealer. And if it is outside the state, state to state sales, you have to pay IGST, integrated goods and service taxes. Okay, this is what happens if you transact with the registered dealer with unregistered dealer and vice versa. And this is for the normal mechanism and reverse charge mechanism. Now in this chart, in this diagram, supplier of goods services, he may supply in goods or services or both. He will supply to the receiver, seller, purchaser, seller, buyer. Okay, it's called recipient. Buyer is called a recipient. And what will be? He will sell goods or services to the recipient, that is buyer. And buyer will make payment for the price and also GST to the seller, supplier. And the seller will deposit tax, GST taxes with the government. Okay, this is called forward charge mechanism, normal mechanism, forward charge mechanism. Okay, or normal payment process or forward charge mechanism. What happens? Reverse charge mechanism, same supplier and receiver, seller and buyer. Okay, seller and buyer. Buyer is called recipient. When a supplier sells goods or services to receiver, he will make only payment, only price of the goods to the seller. Okay, but the receiver, that buyer, we have to pay taxes to the government in case of reverse charge mechanism. But in what happened in the first case, the supplier, the seller will pay tax, GST taxes to the government. But in the second case, who has to pay taxes? The buyer, the recipient has to pay taxes to the government. But in the first case, a recipient is not paying taxes. Seller, supplier is paying taxes to the government. In the second case, what happens? Because it's a reverse charge mechanism, the recipient or the buyer has to pay tax to the government. Best example, if a supplier is an unregistered dealer, if the supplier is an unregistered dealer, if the receiver is a registered dealer, this RCM will happen. RCM will take place. Okay, it's called normal and reverse charge mechanism. Or you can say this is called a forward charge mechanism. The second case is the reverse charge mechanism. Again, once again, repeating is very important for your outside after completion of degree course. They will ask you what is forward charge, reverse charge. In forward charge, the supplier will pay taxes to the government. He will collect taxes from the recipient or buyer. He will pay taxes to the government. In the first part, both are registered dealer. In the first case, both are registered dealer. In the first case, both are registered dealer. Both people are registered. Okay. The supplier, the seller will collect taxes from the supplier and he will deposit tax to the government. But the second case, one is unregistered, the other one is a registered dealer. In this case, the seller is unregistered dealer and the buyer is a registered dealer. And what happened in this case? The buyer or recipient has to pay taxes to the government. This is called reverse charge mechanism. You remember this chart, it was used for the examination. You may get in short questions, what is a forward charge or normal payment? Normal charge or forward charge mechanism. And what is a reverse charge mechanism? In the reverse charge mechanism, the buyer or recipient of goods or services will pay taxes to the government. But in case of normal charge mechanism or forward charge mechanism, the seller or supplier will pay taxes to the government. But this in the first part, the supplier will collect taxes from the buyer, and that amount will have to be deposited in the government. Okay, for GST portal. But in the second case, the supplier will not collect taxes from the buyer. Only will collect price of the goods. But taxes will be paid directly to the government by the buyer or recipient. But in the first case, the seller will collecting taxes from the buyer. So the taxes have to be deposited with the government. In the first case, the seller supplier will act as mediator between the buyer and the government. It's called mediator in the first case, normal charge mechanism. Okay, so he mediated, is a mediator, middleman, we can say. Okay, the taxes are paid, GST taxes paid to the supplier, and the supplier will pay the GST taxes to the government. But in the first case, the supplier will get input tax credit. Remember, in the first case, the supplier will get input tax credit. But in the second case, the supplier will not get input tax credit. Okay, why? Because he cannot collect taxes from the customers or buyers. In this case, he is not collecting taxes from the buyers, so he will not get input tax credit. But buyer will get input tax credit. Remember, buyer will get input tax credit, not the seller. In the second case, reverse charge mechanism. Okay, so this is about normal mechanism and reverse charge mechanism. Remember this chart; it will be useful for you. And this is a fixed rate of taxes under composition scheme. Type of business is a manufacturing or trader of goods. You have to pay total 1%, total GST out of 1%, equally shared 0.5 CGST, Central Goods Service Taxes, and 0.5 State Goods and Service Taxes. Now we have restaurants not serving alcohol. If it's a hotel not selling alcohol, then total taxes 5%, equally divided 2.5 CGST and 2.5 SGST. But if it is serving alcohol, they are not eligible to register for composition scheme. They are not eligible to register for composition scheme if they are selling alcohol. Any restaurant, any hotel selling alcohol, they are not eligible to register for this scheme. But they are not selling alcohol. It is a hotel business, not selling alcohol. The turnover is less than 1.5 crores per annum. Then they have to pay 5% of the total turnover, 5% total turnover. But a 5%, 2.5 belong to state goods service taxes, state taxes, 2.5 belongs to central taxes. And Bangalore recently, that is 3 years back, 2019, Feb 1st, for services, providing services, you have to pay total 6% on the turnover. Out of 6, 3, 3 plus 3. 3 central tax, 3 state tax. Okay. A condition are there. 10% of turnover or rupees 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Only those people can be registered under the scheme. Service providers. Okay. These are the fixed rate of taxes where composition dealer has to pay. But remember, the turnover limit is less than 1.5 crores. Okay, so this is the meaning of the procedure of composition dealer and tax rates. This is for the, you will get a question examination, long or short. Long, who is a composition dealer? You have to write only 3-4 lines or maximum 6-7 lines, and it's a long one. What are the procedure you have to follow under composition scheme? Who are dealers? What are the products which are not eligible to a composition scheme? Products are given. These are the products. These people are not eligible. Okay, they don't have right to go for register under this scheme. Who are those people? Ice cream manufacturers, pan masala manufacturers, cigarette manufacturers, and the person who's doing interstate sales, one state to other state, and NRI persons, and casual taxable persons, and those traders who sell their products to e-commerce operators. Those people not eligible to choose the composition scheme. Okay, so please remember these important points here. And the requirements, what are the requirements for composition scheme? And person registered composition scheme is not eligible to get ITC. Okay, and those people, those traders under composition scheme not eligible to sell ice cream or pan masala or cigarette or alcohol. Okay, this is what very important thing here. And I include service also in the recent amendment here. Then what happens, but more, what are the benefits of composition scheme? You get in a set of questions, long questions. Compliance is lower. They need not follow. They need not follow so many books of accounts. They not maintain so many books of records. And invoices issuing also, it is left to them. And tax liability is limited. And since taxes are very less, they have more liquidity in the form of the cash. And you have to also study about what are the demerits of the scheme. It can only operate locally. It cannot act globally. You have to think locally only. It cannot act globally. It cannot sell to other states. It cannot sell to other countries here. You can purchase from other states, but not selling. Okay, interstate sales are prohibited, and these people are not eligible to get ITC, input tax credit. And these people are not have right to sell tobacco items, or if they're selling to e-commerce operator, they are not eligible to registration under the scheme. Okay, then we are discussing about unregistered dealer. Who is unregistered dealer? What happens if you transfer unregistered dealer? We discussed already, and this is a very important chat you have to remember in the examination. What is normal charge, forward charge, and reverse charge? Forward charge mechanism and reverse charge mechanism. Forward charge, the supplier will pay taxes to the government. In the forward charge, both are registered dealer. Both are registered dealer. In the reverse charge, the buyer has to pay GST taxes to the government. In the reverse charge, the supplier is an unregistered dealer, the buyer is a registered dealer. Okay, in the reverse charge mechanism. And the buyer has to pay taxes in government, not the supplier, not the seller. In the normal charge, the seller will pay taxes. In the reverse charge, the buyer will pay the taxes. The buyer is called recipient or receiver. The seller is called supplier. The buyer is called recipient or receiver. And this you have to remember the percentage of taxes, fixed rate of taxes is a manufacturer of trading of goods, manufacturing goods or trading of goods, 1% total, 0.5, 0.5. Is a restaurant or hotel not serving alcohol, total 5%, 2.5 and 2.5. Is a service provider, total 6%, 3 for central tax and 3 for state tax. This is here to remember this. This is regarding about the composition dealer. Okay, and all these are uploaded in the Moodle. You search the Moodle regularly, all these notes are uploaded in Moodle. So there is no problem for you. I'm preparing the PPT or notes only according to the syllabus point of view, not extra, not less. This is what we discussed about composition tailor in elaborately. Okay, in depth we are done on it. And remember, who is the central authority for the GST? CBIC. Okay, like we have direct taxes. CBTD, Central Board, that is the central authority for the direct taxes. For indirect taxes, who is central board? Central authority? CBIC. What is CBIC? Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. C means Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Okay. So this is what we are discussing about the composition tailor. Okay. So again, repeating once again is a very important topic for examination point of view. I'll mark it here. Very important part. Okay. No. This you remember this turnover. This is remember these points. Very important point. If it is less than 1.5 crores, he is eligible to reach under the scheme. Okay, this is very important point for this. And who is eligible for this? Who is to which category of people beneficial for this? Small taxpayers, and they can pay fixed rate of GST. Fixed rate. This is very important here. These 2 points are very important. Remember these 2 points. Okay. Then, so next, what are the important points discussed? It. This is not required, and this is very important point. Who are not eligible to choose the scheme? This ice cream manufacturers, pan masala, cigarette manufacturers, they're not eligible to. These people are not eligible to choose this scheme. And person who is doing interstate sales, NRI, casual taxable person, and traders or firms selling their products to e-commerce operator. These people are not eligible to choose the composition scheme. This is very important. Remember this very important points here. Okay, so this is very important. Who is not able to choose under the composition scheme? Now, next is, and here, what are the requirements for using the scheme? What are the procedure? What are the main points are there? And this is very important. If you register the scheme, if you register the scheme, a dealer is not eligible to get input tax credit ITC if you're under this scheme. Okay, and he cannot sell the items such as alcohol or cigarettes or ice creams. Second point is very important. Okay, and fifth and sixth point is very important. In bill of supply, they will issue bill of supply, not the tax invoice. Remember, in their bill of supply, they have to mention whether they should mention that they are composition dealer, composition taxable dealer, or taxable individual. This is very important. The first, second, fifth, sixth, and point is very important. I'll stop here. I'll take the attendance. Yeah, roll number 3A. A section, only A sections are there, no? A section.
B